So Picard's mom is English. Okay, that makes sense. But why is young Picard dressed like he's from the 1940s, cap, shorts and all? Hey, Commander Fennec here. And after a long wait, this is finally season 2 of the Picard show. It feels at first that this is a bit of a step backwards, as Picard is back in his vineyard, with all his sense of adventure he reacquired by the end of the last season nowhere to be seen. But be that as it may, it was fun reacquainting ourselves with the other main characters of the show, finding out what they've been doing since last we saw them. Just like Discovery, the story will evolve over the entire season, so this is but the first pebble. There's already a fair number of hints of what is being prepared for us, with a few surprises too, some of which were better than others, but on the whole, this is a great and thrilling start. I'm awarding the Stargazer 3.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the Force be with you. You know the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Surely there's got to be some kind of limit to that, right? Hey, Commander Fennec here, and if you thought the Mirror Universe's Terran Empire was bad, they're like fluffy kittens compared to this alternate reality, but it's all thoroughly entertaining. Q is as wonderful as ever. I love the callback to DS9, still my favorite Star Trek show. And how lucky is it that most of our heroes find themselves in positions of authority? Makes it so much easier to try and find a solution to their predicament. But the path they've chosen, I mean, come on! Who doesn't think this is a really, really bad idea? Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Nor I. Don't even get me started! Still, for now, the ride is quite thrilling. The only downside for me is Jurati. Yes, she's funny, but frankly, considering this situation, it's totally inappropriate and unrealistic. I'm awarding Penance 3.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the Force be with you. First they die, then they wake up in a brutal alternate reality, and now they need to go back in time. The frenzied pace continues unabated in Assimilation, a title that should have everyone worried. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and can you really do a deal with the Borg Queen? I know, right? Just when are we going to reach the stage where Picard says, "A line must be drawn here! This far, no farther!" What a great movie that was. The best. But putting the inevitable impending disaster aside for a moment, this was a brilliant episode full of surprises and shocks, beautiful special effects, and if you remember the voyage home, you'll see many nods to this movie, which was fun to see. But these are tougher travelers than Kirk and the gang, so don't expect as many laughs. One thing I really enjoyed was watching Seven realizing and enjoying the fact that, in this reality, she was never assimilated, something she hadn't had the time to appreciate until now. I'm awarding Assimilation 3.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the Force be with you. We finally learned that Spock's nerve pinches leave lasting traumatic psychological scars. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and there's a lot of action, but not much development here. Yes, the group was separated last time, but they're stretching it out longer than I feel it needs to get them back together, and although the ride is enjoyable, especially the repartee between Raffi and Seven, you want to get somewhere. Picard eventually meets someone on his quest to locate the Watcher, and the actor's absolutely brilliant, but I was disappointed the role was recast. The location made no sense chronologically speaking, and the fact that person didn't remember Picard even though they should have kept it bugging me. But don't get me wrong, there were good moments. Learning more of Picard's family history is always a bonus. The machinations with the Borg Queen are still a ticking time bomb waiting to explode, but the lack of forward momentum reminds me of the oh-so-slow start of Season 1. Let's hope they get back on track next time. I'm awarding Watcher 2 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the Force be with you. I warned you all. Didn't I warn you? Yes, you did. And humans never listen. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and as we pass Season 2's halfway mark, we're introduced to 2 entirely new threads. One of them makes you wonder about the genetic diversity of a particular bloodline, since all male descendants look exactly the same, and the other focuses on a crew member of the forthcoming Europa mission. There's a lot of information to get through, and to be honest, I kept thinking that had they padded the previous episode less, they would have had more time to introduce these 2 threads better. One thing I really enjoyed though, nerd that I am, is the link to Classic Trek's Assignment Earth, although there's no explanation why that person looks like another person in Picard's life, aside from giving the actor another paycheck, I guess. And when it comes to a particularly green nemesis, well, what had happened was inevitable, and I can't wait to see where it takes us. I'm awarding Fly Me to the Moon 2.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the Force be with you. Wait, is that it? Did they just save the future? Well, that was easy. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and with only 4 episodes left after this one, the Rene Picard situation has apparently been successfully and easily dealt with, and now we're being presented with a bunch of new threads. The one that's developing with Soong, although potentially interesting, feels like it has no place in the overall story. It also looks like the fate of Picard's mom will now be taking center stage next time. And are they signposting Rios' fate? Personally, I feel it would be a shame if what I think will happen happens. The Juradish situation, though, is exactly what I thought would be taking place since episode 2. It's done really well and is great to watch, for the most part. But when you pull back and look what happens during these 39 minutes, the shortest episode so far, you realize not much actually has. It's really all setups for future episodes. I'm awarding 2 of 1, 2 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the force be with you. Take a doctor from the 1600s, give them some modern medical equipment to save a patient's life with. Do you think they'd succeed? Hey, Commander Fennec here, and fantasy and magic abound as we travel into Picard's mind, and I guess this could be interesting. In a different show. Come on, Commander, there have been many Star Trek shows which deal with troubling psychological effects. Oh, absolutely, but this feels out of place as far as the story and pacing are concerned. There's a time-sensitive danger to attend to. Other members of the team are handling that, but why not spend more time with that side of the story? That is clearly the more critical one for obvious reasons. Well, look, the crew went back in time to fix the future. This was done last episode. Have the writers run out of story? Here we have an out-of-place repressed trauma, the pointless revelation of talent, Rios stops caring about butterflies, and a weird-ass cliffhanger. What is going on? Fair point. I'm awarding monsters 1.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the force be with you. I think I'm a clone now, 'cause every chromosome is a hand-me-down. Hey, Commander Fennec here, and Corey learned something she'd already figured out 2 episodes back, but this episode isn't about her. Soong, though, has a new purpose for this next leg of the story, and for a disgraced mad scientist, he's incredibly well connected. I expected Seven and Raffi's search for Jurati to be thrilling, but it wasn't. It was way too effortless, too much talking, not enough chasing. The FBI angle was a complete and utter pointless waste of time, revealing nothing to further the story, except we finally have a resolution to the combat Rios had left at the clinic long ago, which none of our team bothered to look for. Actually, I don't feel much, if anything, happened to move the plot forward that couldn't have been told in 5 minutes. Perhaps the most interesting part was what's going on with Q, but there just wasn't enough of him. I'm awarding Mercy 1.5 paws. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the force be with you. So tampering with the past is all fine and dandy now, is it? Hey, Commander Fennec here, and this should have been an exciting episode with proto-Borgs aplenty and a desperate fight for survival. But why turn mercenaries into Borg if they're not going to look or act like Borg? And way too much time was spent on feelings. Would you like to talk about your aversion of emotions? Shall I slot you in for Tuesday? That's not what I meant, Doctor. Just like for the Monsters episode, there's a time and a place for that, but not in the middle of a siege as the enemy is advancing. Instead, we have artificial moments of pause which really took me out of the story. The same with the flashbacks, tragic though they may be, which had no place here and didn't add anything to the plot. And as for action, some was good, but others made no sense. There's gaps which make you wonder how some survived the situation, while others react to an event as if they knew what happened when they couldn't have, and have the writers just neutered the Borg. I'm awarding hide and seek 1 paw. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the force be with you. I just realized something. The couple of episodes I slated for not being part of the story were actually the story of this entire season. Wait, what? Hey, Commander Fennec here, and we've reached the end of Picard's 2nd season, where only a single episode is used to wrap up all the threads that came before. But there's so much to do. Save Rene again, sort out Soong, sort out Dr. Ramirez, sort out everything. Oh, and introduce a galactic threat and sort that out too. Oh, and also bring a special guest star in a truly bizarre Deus Ex Machina moment. Turns out, Q's lesson was for Picard to assuage his guilt over his mother's death. So why did he try to sabotage Rene's flight and collude with Soong then? Makes no sense. Wow, what a mess. You know, if accepting your past is a key message, TNG's Tapestry did a much better job at telling a very similar story but in way less time. I'm awarding Farewell 1 paw. Share your thoughts in the comments, live long, and may the force be with you.